ready.
Hello guys, I've been gone a while. Did you miss me? I sure didn't miss myself because I'm always with myself because I'm attached to this horrible body of mine. Anyways, a lot of people have been wanting to see reviews on the channel, and I've been wanting to review a Transformer recently. But also, I know a lot of people do enjoy seeing clone troopers. And I was kind of thinking maybe we can do a bit of a combination of this. Thanks to Hasbro back in around 2006 or so, I can present to you this Eldritch Abomination that is the Transformers Star Wars crossovers Commander Cody Turbo Tank. This is a real thing that exists. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know about these. They're Transformers crossovers. They did them with both Star Wars and Marvel superheroes. And oh my god, are they bad. So, Transformers around the era of 2006, 2008-ish were really, really good. They were very nicely engineered. The beginning of the animated line, the classics line, the first movie line, a lot of those toys were nice, solid, durable. Didn't have a lot of parts falling off. The guys that designed the mainline Transformers toys, I would be very surprised if they were behind these, because these are terrible. But you may be thinking to yourselves, oh, JCC2224, you like Commander Cody, right? You're literally named after him. How can you dislike something that's Commander Cody? Well, I'll tell you what, if you take a pile of shit, you paint it white and orange, you call it Commander Cody, it's still a pile of shit. Let's just say that. I would still buy it, though. I would still buy it. Have you seen my Commander Cody shrine? It's real. But this is a very, very terrible Transformers toy. Taking a look at the details of this vehicle, you can see... Oh, was that right there? Are those hands? Are those hands peeking out of this tank? Can you flip them out? Can you... Yeah. Yeah, you can have hands in the front of the tank. Yeah, they didn't really do too much of a good job hiding those hands now, did they? You can see some white from the robot mode, because after all, these robots were just oversized mechs that the characters built of themselves. I don't understand, but that's the fiction Hasbro went with. It would have been a lot easier if you just had Optimus Prime transform into the Millennium Falcon. That would have been so much cooler, but no. Here, you can see a little bit more robot peeking out, but other than that, most of it's just the actual tank sculpt, and that makes the robot so much worse. So you can see it's very nice. It's actually a very nice turbo tank sculpt. This was the only turbo tank toy I had growing up, besides a Lego set that I very, very quickly dismantled and built mocks out of. But anyway, he's got a tank turret right up here. That's nice. It doesn't fire anymore. The spring's kind of crappy because most of the... Oh, I stand corrected, I guess. I tried shooting that in a previous take, and it really didn't want to go. I've been missing that missile for years, by the way, and I just found it. So that's nice. That is removable, because that will become the robot mode gun. Oh, boy. He also does have this accessory up here, this antenna. It's actually like a crow's nest sort of thing, where a trooper would be up there. And the turbo tank itself is a very, very big vehicle. Did you know that? And it actually comes with a 2-scale Commander Cody. They actually did re-release this figure, and they actually took out the Commander Cody. I'm not sure why. Thankfully, the version I have is a version with the little Commander Cody figurine. So let's take a look at this before we transform the thing. I'm not looking forward to that. So right here, we have a little figurine of Commander Cody. It's very small. It's very, very surprisingly nicely painted for its size. He doesn't have his eyes. They decided not to paint his eyes for some reason, so it kind of reminds me of number 4 from The Kids Next Door. But overall, the paint is very good. Actually, a little better. I can say this is probably, for the size, on par with, say, it's so small I can't even hold it. It's kind of on par with the Saga Legends Commander Cody in the paint. And that's actually to this figure's testament. Now, if you actually need an idea of how small this Cody is, here it is with the 3 3/4 inch Cody. You can see it is so, so tiny. I believe it's maybe about the size of a current Transformers Titan Master. So, yeah, I can see a lot of kids easily losing this thing. It does have articulation, though. You can move its arms up, which is nice. They're together forever. And you also can bend his legs. And he has a stand, too, so it can actually stand up on his own. It's actually a really, really nice little figurine, and probably the best part of this set. So let's move on to the transformation of this Eldritch Abomination, as I've previously stated. So if you're actually batshit crazy enough to want to buy this thing and know how to transform it, this is how you do it. So you pull this off. It is a bit of a parts former, but it's not too much. Pull off the gun, and then you're left with the base vehicle. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. By the way, if you're wondering, yeah, it rolls all right. But let's get on to the transformation. If you're familiar with the Transformers term shell former, this is quite a good example of that. Because Hasbro didn't really know how to design a robot around a tank, apparently. I got no idea what was going on with the design on this thing. I don't even know where to start. So I guess we can pull the arms. Pull the arms out. Yeah, these are his arms. Pull these out, move them back, and kind of flip them over. And then we hinge this up right here. This part is on a slider. Slide that up. Move the hips. Move the waist. Clickety-click his waist right there. Beautiful. Flip that down, and oh, head reveal! Oh my god, that's amazing. Not really. And then you can see he's just about there because all of his robot legs are just on the underside of the tank. You can flip out his hands, of course. The hands were very, very visible in tank mode. Then we move on to the legs. So simple, but so terrible at the same time. So we split them apart at the leg there. And then this, I just can't do it. So one thing they decided to do with the engineering of this figure was, hey, let's make the limbs very easy to pop out. Even though the transformation is dependent on pulling the limbs to get the legs to extend. So, because this is supposed to pull out. That's supposed to pull out right there, that little peg. But it is almost designed to just pop out of the thigh. Same thing with the forearms there. They just pop out with ease. So yeah, no getting those legs stretched out. Then you have to actually unfold this to fold out the foot. And see, no effort. It takes no effort to undo that. And then you get that out, really tight hinge, and then you just kind of flip that in. But if you flip it in all the way, there's inside space for the shin. And you can see it's just clashing with the other one. Imagine if there were two on either. Yet again, no effort. It takes no effort to pop them off. It is just such a not durable toy. I would never recommend this thing. I'm just going to say it right now. I would never recommend this thing unless you're a diehard Cody fan like me. And yet again, if you flip it in all the way, it just doesn't work. So you just kind of got to leave them out. Just got to leave them out like that. Then we can stand it up, if it'll stand up. Yes, by the way, the wings are supposed to be like that. You can see he's got some nice loose legs going on. You take this, and you put it on here. If you know Commander Cody, you know that's the wrong shoulder, but whatever. You take his gun, put it in his hand. This he actually holds really nice. And then if you want, there's a little seat up here. I don't know if you can see. There's a little seat just up there. And you can seat, if you want, the little figurine. It's like he's piloting it, except he's taking a nap. And there he is, transforming robot mode. Yay. So here is Giant Mech Commander Cody in robot mode. I can't believe I have to say that. This thing has existed for over 10 years. I've had this exact toy for over 10 years, and it still boggles my mind that there is a giant robot of Commander Cody that transforms into a turbo tank. But let's take a look at this robot mode, and as you can see, it is, just as I said, a complete pile of bantha fodder, of any other poop-related Star Wars pun you want to make. Pretty much all of the turbo tank is just chilling out on the back here. You have a very, very big chunk of it right there. You have the other side of it just hanging off the back of the legs, which kibble on Transformers, little extra bits of the vehicle mode hanging off. Doesn't really bother me sometimes when it looks cool. Like some people may say, oh, those wings look cool. I mean, they do, kind of, but thankfully you can just kind of fold them back if you want. I kind of just fold them back, but I'll leave them out for the sake of the video to actually give you an idea of what this thing was designed to do and be. Of course, let's take the figure out, because why keep that in there? He does have wheels. Wheels on all of his limbs. That's kind of funny. But his wheels actually have a play feature. You can pull out the wheel and I don't know where it is. It's always kind of hard to find. Sometimes it just doesn't pull up. I don't remember. If you pull right here, hey look, there's a little like missile pod, I guess, in the wheel. That's cool, I guess. I don't know why. This one has it too, but I guess it's stuck in the wheel and it doesn't want to show its ugly face. Thank God. These wheels do absolutely nothing. The only other wheels I believe that do anything, haha, funny, is right here. You can flip these out. They're on a hinge. And hey, look, more missiles in the leg. That's great. That's nice. I appreciate that. And unfortunately, I do believe my Commander Cody's incomplete. I believe he probably had a really dumb accessory that didn't really do any good. Of course. It went in this wheel right here. I've got no idea what it was. If I can find a picture, there it is. Who knows if I'll find a picture. If I didn't, then you'll just have a little gag. Oh, you didn't find the picture. So, with that out of the way, the actual look of the robot, if it didn't completely just fall apart, it actually looks really nice. It's got the rank badge right there. It's got all the orange markings. The head sculpt is actually really neat. You can see the face is painted white, which is kind of funny. I don't know why they did that. They just could have left that white. He's got a very big Sentinel Prime-like chin. It's very hilarious. He's got his other body. He's very dirty. Like I said, I've had this thing for over 10 years. And do you think I've bothered to actually clean this thing? It's just... There's the robot. Let's talk about how it can move. So his head can swivel. So that's nice. His shoulders are in a ball joint and kind of a hinge, which is okay. He's got a hinge and swivel at the elbows, so at least he has some sideways elbows. He has ball joints at the hands, which are very nice. He's got a swivel at the waist, which is already actually pretty good for a lot of Transformers. His legs are a joke. That's all they can move forward because of the armor plating. They can move out quite a bit, though. He doesn't have a thigh swivel, as far as I can tell. The leg, if it would actually stay on, can swivel at the knee there, and if it would actually extend, he's supposed to have a bit of a knee joint. But as you can see, it doesn't want to extend, it just wants to fall off. And I guess you can count that toe band as a bit of a joint, even though it's for transformation. So, this is one of Hasbro's earlier efforts for a Transformer Star Wars crossover. They decided to go with Commander Cody, which... You may think, oh, that's really cool. Commander Cody's one of the best clones. He was the OG just after Captain Fordo. Well, yeah, he was, but this isn't. This is terrible. If you want to see a good Transformers figure from 2006 around this time, let's take a look at Classics Mirage. Classics Mirage is one of the best figures that I have seen from the Classics line. It's not that accurate to G1, but it's still very nice and streamlined. The transformation is very good. The only kibble on it are the wheels on the back, but that looks awesome. Those wheels look absolutely awesome back there. I really do like his proportions. They're very different from G1, but they're still very appreciated. He is very nicely articulated. You can tell these weren't designed by the same people. You can tell. This thing is very nice and solid and durable. This one... No, it's not. Avoid it, please. Just avoid this thing. Unless you're a Commander Cody diehard like me, that, like I said previously, would literally purchase Commander Cody painted poop, it's not worth it. This Commander Cody, this action figure, was also released in about 2006. Pretty good figure, too. You had a lot of options back then for Commander Cody. Don't make it this one. Don't. I actually got this for Christmas because I wanted a Transformers Bumblebee figure from the Transformers movie. Unfortunately, despite what a lot of people think of him being a shelf warmer, he really wasn't back in 2007. He sold out pretty quick, and my mother couldn't find one. So to compromise for me wanting a Bumblebee Transformer, she got me a Bumblebee t-shirt and a Transformer. This was the Transformer I got because she knew I loved Cody, and I kind of wish she didn't. Of course, by now I would have already bought this thing because it's a Commander Cody item. Of course, I need it in my collection. But that concludes this review. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at this absolute piece of garbage as much as I did. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check out my Facebook, Instagram, other social medias. I think I got like a Discord, Twitter. Check those out too if you'd like. Have a good day, and as always, Oh, man. Like, May the force be with you.